told you, God provides a companion. This rib signifies companionship. I think it's very seen very clear here in this guy named Matthew Henry. He's an old guy, really old, dead. But he says this. He says, the woman is not made out of his head to top him. So the woman is not made out of God's head to top him. She's not made out of his feet that she should be trampled upon by him, but out of his side so that she can be equal to him. Under his arm to be protected by him. And near his heart, you're right, and near his heart to be loved by him. Yeah, I think that's really cool. See, God knows, and He's fashioning someone just like that for you. Trust Him, run to Him, seek Him. And go back to the promise I just gave you in Romans 8 again. He who did not spare His own Son, but gave Him up for us all, how will He not also, along with Him, graciously give us all things? You desire a relationship? Look to Him who's the ultimate matchmaker. I think a great picture of this is seen in our relationship. I wanted to let Eileen, my wife, she actually tells better stories than I do, give a little bit of a perspective about our relationship.
So like Matt said, I want to share a little bit about our story, and my story in dating. Like most girls, I really, really wanted to get married, and I really wanted a boyfriend, and I really wanted to seek this perfect guy. And so I sought out about doing it myself. But I did it myself, and what I thought about doing is just start dating as many people as I could just to find this person. So I just started dating a lot of people, and because I wanted to do it out of my own strength. I wanted control of it. I wanted to figure it out myself. I knew best. And it left me very disappointed and very heartbroken. But that's my past, and that's what we're going to talk about next week. Today I'm going to talk about God's provision in my life through providing Matt. And that kind of started in 2003, in the summer of 2003. Matt and I met at a beach project. It's this project, it's an 8-week-long project in Daytona. And there's like 100 college students that go to this, and out of 100 college students, I had a crush on him. And at this point in my life, I didn't want to take matters into my own hands, and I really wanted to trust God in relationships because I knew how badly I had messed them up. So I didn't want to make myself notice, or I didn't want to throw myself at him or make him notice me in any way. I just really wanted to trust God in it. And we ended this 8-week project, and we were barely acquaintances, not even friends. So I went to North Florida. That's the school that I went to. And Matt went to Augusta State. I thought I would never see him again. But I didn't care at that point in my life. I was like, if that's the guy for me, I'll marry him, and God will make a way. And if he isn't, there's someone better. And I graduated from North Florida, went to work in Miami, and the Lord had placed in my heart a burden to minister to college students. And I did that 8 months after I graduated, and I moved to Augusta, Georgia, where Matt was a student at and finishing college. And I was really nervous. I was like, well, I still like him. I don't know. So I saw him, and I did still like him, but my feelings of still trusting the Lord were really strong. I didn't want to do anything that would not be, that God wouldn't be in. So I just really trusted the Lord and prayed. That first year we didn't talk a lot. That was 2004. 2005, Matt joined our staff team, so we kind of saw each other a little bit more. And in 2006, we became really good friends. He started kind of a friendship with me. But all along, it was really tough seeing girls like him and being like, yeah, I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't. They're pretty girls. They're following the Lord. he probably likes them. But I still in that point, or through this time, didn't really want to throw myself at him or do anything like that. So my prayer life really changed because I really wanted to trust the Lord for it. And one verse that I remember claiming was Proverbs 13:12, and it says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick." And I really saw it in my life. Anytime my hope was in a relationship, having a relationship, or wanting attention from Matt, my heart was sick. I was disappointed. I was anxious. I was just empty. But whenever my hope was on the Lord, it was just life to the full. And I was friends with many guys at that point. And then in 2007, randomly, Matt and I have to go to a staff meeting, and we meet in Panera, and we do our staff meeting, and afterwards he sits me down and he's like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm crazy about you. I want to date you, and I want to pursue a relationship with you, hopefully leading to marriage." He says this all in one breath, like 5 seconds. But it's just neat looking back to see this is a span of 4 years. If I had it my way, I would have picked him in 2003, and I would have wanted him then. But I can just tell, waiting on the Lord, how he really prepared me for this point, and he really prepared him, and it was the right time, and it was perfect, and I wouldn't have it any other way, and I wouldn't have this story. And it's just neat to see God's hand in all of this and his faithfulness. So now it's been a year, a little over a year, and so I just want to end with saying, girls, just trust the Lord and know that he will provide, and know that although it might seem like forever, it isn't. It really isn't, and it's worth it. So.
Yeah. Oh, so sweet. She didn't tell you how I wooed her. But I think what Eileen she just hammered what I've been talking about. God is fashioning someone for you. Don't miss out. Don't do it on your own. God knows you. God created you. God knows every hair on your head. He knows what you need. He knows who you need to complete you. This is who completes me. So trust him for that. Now you know God. We talked about God's perception in relationships and dating. Let's talk about God's purpose. God's purpose in relationships. Before I talk about that, I think we need to make something clear, though, really briefly. We need to make something clear. This issue of love. What's it mean to love? Or what's the definition of love? Because you know what? I believe that this world is trashed this word. I believe our culture has trashed this word of love. I think it's a big part of what's messing our relationships up. Let's look at God's definition versus the culture's. You see, the culture bases love off of what? Help me out. What's the culture base love off of? What is TV? What is entertainment? What's things like that say it means to love? What do y'all think?
Physical relationship.
Yeah, physical. Yeah, okay. What else? That's good, that's good. What's it based off of? Physicalness, say feelings. I say emotions even. Love is all about emotions and feelings. Where I believe God's definition